Tom.
Welcome to a brand new week. As this week's generally starting the stream, it is Monday, and I'm trying something out in a little bit of the culinary sense today. So I had a tomato, and for my mom's visit, I bought mozzarella sticks. So what I did was I cut open the top of the tomato, you could see in there, took out the guts, and mixed that with a chopped up mozzarella stick. And mixed that with a chopped up mozzarella stick. Well, it's string cheese. It's not like a fried mozzarella stick. It's string cheese with and that's usually mozzarella. So I chopped up the string cheese, mixed it in with the guts as well as some salt and pepper, and put it back in the tomato. And then I got the oven preheating right now. And I'm not entirely sure how long it's gonna go on for cooking this. I don't think it's gonna need long, but it is a little bit on the thicker side. So I'm gonna say like maybe, I'll keep an eye on it, but maybe 10 or 15 minutes at 350 degrees. Anyway, we had D&D today as well. That was a lot of fun. It wasn't canceled. So I was worried last week that it might be canceled just because of the continuation. You know, once is happenstance, twice is a coincidence, three times is a pattern, they say. So if it was canceled this week, then I think the fates would just be against us. But no, it was a really good session. A lot of character development came out. There was some. So here's the thing. Everybody in the group, all the players, are cool when it's like characters gotta be their character, pretty much. Elohim's character, Elliot. So we encountered a woman who was like this, who was basically like more or less like reincarnated as like the spider demon, and she still had like her old body, like lying around pretty much, and you know, the more she described it, the more Elohim's character, Elliot, was really against it because he thinks that like death should be like permanent. So he started to attack her, but she had like valuable information and she posed no threat to us. So everybody else in the party was like, don't. And like, even though there was character in fighting, it made for like really good story. And I think like, you know, everybody came away from it where it's like, you know, yeah, no, this is totally how like the story would play out based on our characters' personalities and whatnot. I think Koki kind of had a sort of like felt a connection with the spider lady because he kind of went through the same thing. He was on death's door, and he was reborn, although into the service of Crowley, but still into a position they didn't want to be in. He didn't die; he had a near-death experience. This lady died basically to keep a culture that she had been following alive because she was like the only one who really had like knowledge of it. So yeah, there was a lot going on there, and it's I highly recommend checking it out. It's Ink and Blood. Each session is anywhere from an hour and a half to 3 hours long, and we are up to session 4 right now. Although we might be doing like a session 4.5 because of the 2 weeks that we missed. We're a little bit out of sync with the other campaigns, and something we found in there can have a very significant impact on the other campaigns. So we'll have to see how that goes. But anyway, this oven's almost heated up. I'm gonna bake my tomato, and then I'll let you know how it is. Yeah, tomato tastes good. No, like the outer shell around the tomato is nice and hot. The inside though didn't cook very well. So next time leave it in for longer. I put it in for 15 minutes at 350 degrees. If you're looking to emulate this recipe, I would recommend going maybe 20, maybe 25 minutes if you're feeling bold. It also probably depends on the size of the tomato. But yeah, I rate this food like an egg. That's a good rating for food. I'd say I rate my cooking an F. But we'll give it another shot at some point. And I think this has legs. I think it just needs to get to the point where the mozzarella is actually melting. It is Wednesday. As usual on Wednesdays is when I record my Let's Play. So I recorded 8 more episodes of Saints Row. So that went really well. I grabbed silverware, didn't I? I did, but I put it down on the counter. 8 episodes of Saints Row 2. Having a really good time with that. Yesterday morning at around like 5 or 6 in the morning, my mom took an Uber to the airport. I was going to drive her, but I woke up to do so, and I realized, hey, I'm way too tired to drive. So I ordered an Uber and and she went to the airport. Got home safely, so I'm glad of that. He, though, he's been kind of a little terror lately. Hey, buddy. Manatee. What are you doing? He's been, like, chewing all sorts of stuff and, like, knocking stuff down. In the middle, frankly, like, to be fair, it was at the end of an episode of Saints Row 2, but he turned off the Xbox. He's turned it on before, but I've never seen him turn it off, because he'll sniff, like, where the power button is on the, he'll sniff where the power button is on the Xbox, and that's enough to trigger it to turn on. Well, he triggered it to turn it off as well. And I took him to the park today as well. Hopefully he'd be tired out or fulfilled from that, but I guess not. C'est la vie. I streamed yesterday, but I was having some, like, weird, like, gas issue or something. It wasn't great. Quite a bit of pain. I feel a lot better today, though. But that might be coming to an end soon, because I made pizza tonight. So why did I make pizza? Now you might be thinking, oh, Tom, you ordered pizza. Or you might be thinking, oh, Tom, you made grilled cheese and tomato soup. No. This is a bowl of Kraft macaroni and cheese with a can of Campbell's soup in it instead of the milk and butter for the cheese sauce. I tried a little bit of it. The cheese ended up being very muted. So the alternative to that might be to either use half a can or find a better way to go about that. Maybe tomato paste. I think tomato paste might be good. Anyway, I'm also watching some Invincible. I like that show quite a bit. I've seen it before, but I'm rewatching it. It's also, yeah, it's a good show. If you have Amazon Prime, I recommend checking it out. It is very, like, violent, though. Like, exposed bone violent. Like, it could be pretty gruesome, but it's a really interesting show, and has a very interesting take on superheroes. It's very interesting, like, watching something outside of, like, DC and Marvel, them having, like, this whole, like, universe as well. Like, they talk about, like, other heroes and other things as well. It's not just, like, this sort of, like, microcosm of heroes. But yeah, it's a good watch. I recommend it. Now I'm gonna taste this monstrosity. Honestly, this is kind of like SpaghettiOs with some cheese in it. Yeah, the cheese is pretty muted. It's very much overpowered by the tomato soup. Still good though. Thick and gooey. The cheese is almost like an accent at this point, and it's like that cheese powder. Yeah, so maybe I'll try a smaller dose of the tomato. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this and hopefully not die. So, and then I'm probably gonna work on some more editing. I've got a lot of vlogs to catch up on. Also have that video I recorded with my mom that I mentioned that I need to record, and hopefully he'll let me do it. Hey, bud. Oh, Manatee. Oh, it's like you have an idea what's coming. Poor guy. It is Friday. It's actually around like 6:45 in the morning, which is definitely a lot earlier than my usual get-up time. Manatee today is going in for his procedure, in which he is going to get neutered. He's been kind of looking at me and whining all day, probably because he's hungry, because at 10 p.m. last night I had to take away his food, because he's not supposed to eat for 12 hours before his procedure. And then I got to go drop him off at 7:15. Oh, buddy, I know. I don't think he really knows what's coming, but I think he knows that something is up, because I'm not usually up this early. What? Oh, buddy. Manatee. Okay, well, he's getting one last lick in of those before they go. But yeah, he's gonna go in for his neutering. Then he's gonna come back here and probably be conked out for the rest of the day. In which case I'm I guess, like, I gotta ask the vet, like, what I gotta do about, like, feeding him afterwards.
because he's probably going to be he's probably hungry now, and I don't know if he's going to be in the mood to even like try to eat anything once he's done with his once he's done with the procedure. Maybe like small doses of treats and whatnot. We'll see. But oh, buddy. Hey. It's gonna be all right, bud. It's gonna be okay. You're my good boy.
I don't think I've ever seen him look this sad before.
We got back from the vet a few hours ago, and he's adjusting to life in the donut. I tried the donut and the cone. He really didn't like the cone, so he's gonna have to get used to the donut. I hope he does get used to it in a short amount of time, because if he gets used to it at the end of 2 weeks, then he doesn't have to even have to wear it anymore. So that's so there'd be no point. At any rate, I'm gonna keep a close eye on him tonight to see how he does. I have his pain medication right here. He takes one of these every day for 7 days, and then after 2 weeks, apparently like I don't have to like do anything about the stitches. Like I don't have to get them removed or anything. It's just after 2 weeks they should be like good to go. No more donut. He'll be fine. But that 2 weeks is gonna be very rough on him. I can already tell. I did manage to get him to like lie down and take a nap for a little while, but like I think he wants to be a lot more active. He wants to be doing a lot more than he can right now. So like I said, I just got to keep a close eye on him, make sure he's not doing anything he shouldn't do. I've tried taking the donut off of him when it seems like he wants to eat or drink, but he hasn't had much of an appetite, and I'm hoping that's going to be a very temporary thing, because I already feel like he doesn't eat a lot anyway. So I'm a little bit worried about that. He has taken treats pretty well, and I hid some turkey in his kibble, so that way he'd eat that, but he hasn't eaten a lot since he got home. But the vet said that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just try again tomorrow if he's not hungry right now. But look at him. Look at how they massacred my boy. I don't know what accent I was going for there, but look at how they... Manatee. Hey. You alright, buddy? Such a sad little face. Oh, yeah? It is Saturday, and today is Classic Game Fest. It's technically the first day of it, but I'm only going for 1 day, because I just want to do a sweep through all the stores and see if I could finish my N64 collection. 20 games away. And after this, hopefully, I will be 0 games away. Manatee is none too happy about this. And the reason I'm only going there to like buy the games and get out is because I don't want him to be home alone all by himself with the donut. And he's already crying. He knows I'm going somewhere. Manatee, what's wrong? Buddy, come here. Come here, bud. Hello. Hello, baby. Oh, hi. Yeah, he's never happy to see me go. Probably gonna lock him upstairs because I don't want him to chew on anything. Also, I don't think I mentioned this. I got a new rug. There's also 2 other pieces of furniture that came. That's a TV stand. It is Saturday, and my second or third time trying to record this because he very much wants to itch at his wound. No, and he knows how to. Oh boy, he figured out how to take this off. Buddy, oh boy, this is gonna be an issue. Don't chew on it, bud. Don't chew on it. This is gonna be an issue. I'm going to Classic Game Fest today, although I might need to postpone that a little bit in order to make sure he doesn't take off his safety donut there. Maybe I could like hook it onto his collar or something like that. It looks like there's loops. Yeah, there's loops on here, so I could hook it onto his collar. He's biting my hand. He's biting my hand. Oh, buddy, why are you biting my hand? Manatee, stop biting my hand. I'm just gonna pet you, okay? Going to Classic Game Fest for like maybe an hour or 2 at most, just so I can see if I can grab the rest of my N64 games. I know you want to bite at that wound, buddy. But first I gotta make sure that he's situated. I gave him his I don't know what it's a painkiller. I'm just gonna call it Puppy Vicodin. I gave him his Puppy Vicodin for the day. Hopefully he'll be good by himself for that hour. I've got 20 missing N64 games. Hopefully by the end of this trip, I'll have 0 missing N64 games. So we'll have to see how that goes, buddy. Oh my God! Let me get him situated, and then I'm gonna go buy some video games, buddy. Buddy, you're acting crazy. It is Sunday. Something seemed different in here. Anyway, I did not spend all day yesterday at the Classic Game Fest, as it may appear that I have, just because I didn't film much from that. I was only there for like an hour or two, just finishing up the N64 collection. I'm down to 3 games, and now and I basically just put in orders for them online. I learned the glory of Facebook Marketplace. It's where, oh yeah, the couch! I got a new couch! It's where I got this couch from as a sectional. There's Manatee. Oh, he's trying to go for the mic again. Hi, bud. Hi, bud. Dog is allowed on the couch. It is missing the right section over there. But it's not that big of a deal. It still works. It's still comfortable. I can still sit. I can still lie down. I think he's trying to rub his scent on it. What are you doing, buddy? As you can see, he's still on the donut. I couldn't quite think of like I can't remember what his medication is called, so I've just been calling it Flintstone's chewable Vicodin. Buddy, you trying to dig in? Hey! Don't dig into the couch, buddy. I just bought this. Good boy, though. You know, it's a comfy spot to lay down when we're down here. So now he's got his choice of the cool concrete floor or the warm and comfortable couch. But anyway, I just picked this up today. My buddy Light, who I'm actually going to be seeing later because we're going to go over to Apex's house for D&D night. Yu-Gi-Oh night. D&D's tomorrow. I rented a truck from Home Depot, drove it up to where this couch was, loaded it up there. Stop digging into the couch, buddy. You can rub your scent on it, but you can't stop it. You can't like dig into it. I'm sorry, buddy. It's not dirt. I don't know what you smell in there that seems like it's a good idea to go in there. So we went over, picked this couch up, brought it back here, and then as we were returning the truck, I wanted to repay Light for helping me bring the couch over. So we went to Zaxby's in Buda. I think it's in Buda, which is further south on I-35 here. I'd never been to Zaxby's before. It's a chicken place. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it immensely. I got a 4-piece meal with Texas toast, coleslaw, and fries. And the fry seasoning is delicious. Light recommended that I go for that I opt to replace the coleslaw with more fries. I don't regret getting the coleslaw. The coleslaw was good, but those fries were really, really good. So anyway, dropped him off back home. Thanked him for his help help me move this couch. Brought it back here and got into one hell of a wrestling match trying to put this thing together. Since it's a sectional couch, as the name implies, it comes apart. So right now there are 5 pieces. There would have been 6, but apparently the person who sold it to me lost the right arm to it in a move. And so yeah, it just got to roll with them punches on that one. I think it's still worth it. The piece,
So this is actually an electric recliner. In the armrest here, there are 2 USB ports. I don't know what the red button does, but I'm not gonna press it. Probably maybe like a reset or like a fuse or something like that, kind of like hair dryers have. And then this section reclines, and then this section reclines. So the end piece that is missing doesn't recline. So if I opt to try to get a replacement section for it, then it probably won't be as expensive as the reclining portions of it. So I'm happy about that. Whew. But anyway, came back here, streamed some 1v1 Smash Bros. Going back to yesterday on Saturday, came back here after Classic Game Fest, cleaned and tested all the games that I had. Can I help you? Cleaned and... Manatee, go around! I wonder if that caught that. Cleaned and tested all the games. So I want to see if his little head pop. There he is! Buddy, come up here. Come up here, buddy. Cleaned and tested all the games. They all work fine. I think my N64 might be going. There he is. And then I streamed some 1v1 Smash Bros with my viewers. That was a lot of fun. Some characters I'm better with than others. I realized Terry is still my main, but I'm growing fond of Pokemon Trainer. Having the mix-up of being 3 characters in one is pretty neat, and being able to adapt on the fly while forcing your opponent to adapt on the fly is a very interesting strategy. After that, though, was recording with Steven and friends, and we opted to play some Pokemon Unite. I didn't think much of it at the time, and I saw that Cramorant was one of the playable Pokemon. And, I'm excited to play that. I just unlocked him. But we played it on Steven and Friends. It was myself, Josh Jepson, Dan, and myself's first time really playing the game. And it was the first MOBA that Emil had ever played. Did I say Chugacon or did I say Emil? Whatever. I'm losing my mind right now. Anyway, we played a bunch of that. And there were some wins, some losses. Sometimes the teams were a little imbalanced. Other times they weren't. I recommend not having Haley and Thomas on a team together because they are both really, really good. And I think Haley, at the end of our recording session, I think she said it best. It's best if you're playing with friends. Even if it's just even if you just have one other friend to join matches with, or if you have a full set of 5 friends for a team, or a full set of 10 friends to do custom lobbies and matches with, play it with friends. I can't recommend that enough. Playing alone can be very frustrating, and I'm assuming there's no chat function. It's just preset chat commands, and I'm assuming that's because that every MOBA community is toxic as hell. And I believe this is an E-rated game, so take that as you will. Just, if you do decide to give it a shot, just try not to take it too seriously. That's my biggest piece of advice to you. It's a free-to-play game. Play through the tutorials. You unlock stuff from it. There's a rotating set of characters. You can give it a shot. And if that's not your cup of tea, because MOBAs usually aren't my cup of tea, but I really like Pokemon Unite. It's much more simplified. I liked Heroes of the Storm as well. Couldn't get into League. I didn't like League at all. I felt that it was a little bit too involved for me. Whereas Pokemon Unite and Heroes of the Storm as well were much more simplified. But anyway, that's my take on Pokemon Unite. We played a bunch of that, and it was a lot of fun. Probably by the time this is out, this particular vlog is out, there will be videos of it on Steven and Friends, which I will link in a card up here right now. So give that a shot. But anyway, now that I've ranted about Pokemon Unite, I'm going to get packed up, and Manatee and I are going to head over to Apex's house for some Yu-Gi-Oh! Night.
Illegal move. 100% illegal.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Night, and we already have a rule breaking.
What is this? What's the rule break?
Le dragon il de la move spear.
What the hell did you just say?
Non-invocable supplemente. Necessity de three substitutes.
Hey, you fucking heard him right.
You heard him right.
Is this French or Italian?
That's
See,
it's French. Dispose un terrain per un vacation nommé. What's it say? Read it, you can use it.
Could you turn that toward the camera, please?
Yeah, it is.
If he can read that word for word, he can use it. Otherwise, no.
Yeah, this is pretty.
You're using proxies.
Non-invocable special.
Not in this deck.
In other decks you are.
Yeah, but that's gonna be
If we
English.
Unterrain force on invocation, normals, you say terrain upon possible normal mint.
Oh yeah, Z's Canadian. You probably have the best example.
French in high school.
Okay, what does it mean?
Alright, so
Is that a special summon? Yeah, it's special summon. Yeah.
So Yu-Gi-Oh! Night's going well.
How much attack do you have?
0-0.
Help me.
Wow.
And so the week has come to an end. If you're thinking about it now, this week felt really long. Because I think it was this week where I made that stupid stuffed tomato. I want to give it a shot again. Though. Definitely didn't let it cook for long enough. Gotta let that cheese melt. And, see how it goes from there. While I was over at Afex's, we decided to put on... well, first off, Afex and I played some Smash Brothers. We did a few 1v1s. Afex plays a lot of Tekken, so I really wanted him to try out Kazuya. And as a Tekken player, he kind of says that, like, Kazuya... These aren't really his words, but Kazuya more or less feels misplaced in Smash Brothers. In the fact that he plays almost exactly like a Tekken character that has to adapt to Smash Brothers around him. Hey, bud. Manatee was there too. He had a good time. Met a lot of people. Was able to get lots of rest. And he also kept trying to hump Z. Hopefully. It seems like the effects of his neutering haven't quite picked up on him yet. Anyway, after that, we watched Space Jam. Space Jam: A New Legacy. It's by no means a good movie. It's a good riffing movie, though. I think it's worth a watch if your goal is to just if your goal is to just is to like laugh at it, not with it. And if you care about the story at all, I'm going to talk about a little bit of spoilers for it. There's one scene where, very end of the movie, where Bugs Bunny uses a glitch to win the basketball game for them, and he ends up like more or less dying. But he doesn't actually die, he just goes to the real world. But the way I kind of interpreted it is that like at the very end of the movie, it's in the real world. LeBron and Bugs are like walking down the street together, and they're talking about like Taco Tuesday, which I guess is like a LeBron James reference. And like my interpretation of that scene was Bugs looks at LeBron and goes, "I need you to do me a favor, LeBron. You have to let me go. It's been a week since the incident. You have to forgive yourself, LeBron." Like he died, and and LeBron is just imagining Bugs is there, and that killed Afex. That joke killed Afex. He's very sleepy. He's a very sleepy little man, Bud. Hey, Bud. You're a little snoot. You can tell he's tired because he's not going after the mic. My little man. Anyway, it's been a good week. Did a lot. Got the new couch. I have to set up the other furniture here. Gotta get that TV up on a stand. And now that I have a couch, I'm realizing that the walls are pretty barren. So I gotta decorate as well. I've got stuff to decorate with. I just gotta get like picture hangers and things like that. He kissed me goodnight as it is 2 in the morning and I am very tired. So we're gonna go to bed, and I'm glad that you all could join me for this week, and I hope to see you in the next one. Later. More kisses. Can I get more kisses? Let me kiss. Yay! Show off your little black tongue.